Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is more updates, a lot of more updates regarding to the Charlie Kirk assassination and what's been going on. So I'll be going over a few videos. I'll be making multiple, so it's not a whole big massive video, but I'll be going over a video of what I have learned so far. More is still going to be come out. I may believe he will be charged tomorrow as of Tuesday. So we will see on what is going on. The FBI is still doing investigations. They are also doing investigations onto an entire leftist group network. So we're going to see on where this all plays out. More coming soon. This will probably be a 5-day video, so get prepared. All right, let's go. So we have this here for the New York Post saying Charlie Kirk assassination suspect had furry fixation and his trans boyfriend proclaiming support for Biden on social media. Alleged Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson appeared to have a fixation on furries, while his live-in transgender boyfriend espoused support for President Joe Biden and joked about being mentally ill, according to a social media post linked to the pair. Lance Twiggs, 22, an aspiring pro gamer and Robinson's roommate, appears to have made a comment in a 2022 Reddit post stating, "We are riding with Biden on this glorious subreddit." Twiggs, whose family appears to be conservative Christians based in Utah, is transitioning from male to female and was in a relationship with a 22-year-old Robinson, Glorious picture confirmed Sunday. Now, I want people to start understanding here two correlations between the shooter and his trans boyfriend, all right? So let's put it this way. You have two kids that were normal from conservative families, and then all of a sudden, they went from being in a conservative family to to become very radical. And this is the concerning part here. Now, I'm not saying that it's not completely unnatural for somebody from the conservative family or whatever political views becomes into this one sector of place, obviously, but it's just showing that, like, there's one thing becoming, like, conservative or whatever, and then becoming a Democrat or such, but then becoming a radical leftist. Now, there's a complete difference here, and this is pretty crazy. The post was made on a jokey subreddit that was filled with sarcastic comments, and a subsequent post referenced former Republican primary candidate Jeb Bush. One day, Jeb will be president, and America will fully reform into a utopia. The comment in the same thread reads. Now, it goes on to say here that in another post, Twix said he had been getting targeted ads for treatment for schizophrenia and other mental conditions on social media. I've been getting recommended treatments for schizophrenia, BPD, which is borderline personality disorder, and a brain tumor recently by social media advertisements. This meme is perfect, thanks. These posts were rarely political, but frequently referenced his gender transition, as well as being a former Christian. It comes as Robinson's bizarre ties to the furry lifestyle was revealed. An account on the website furryaffinity.net, which features sexualized images of cartoon animal characters, features on account name matching one that Robinson used on his various gaming online accounts. The spent cartridge believed to belong to the murder weapon was inscribed with the message known as bulge, etc., etc. Yeah, so the furry community is crazy, and I may go into a video way later down the road exposing what the furry community is and how child grabby they are. So we'll see on how that goes. Twiggs was said to be aghast after Lake Robinson's alleged crimes and is being extremely cooperative with authorities. It's pretty clear that Robinson's roommate knew a lot and didn't say anything after the killing, so they're a person of interest officially and are cooperating. We wanted to keep it that way. That's what. That was what we have here. We go on here to say that Robinson's online presence points to a hodgepodge of liberal ideology, gamer-style humor, and post-ironic memes. He reported grew up as a member of the Mormon faith, but had long since left the church by the time of his alleged crimes. The post spoke with 4 people who graduated with Robinson from the local Pine View High School. They described him as a quiet, shy, seeming kid who kept to himself. He seemed pretty average to me, etc., etc. So what we're going to do is that we're going to show you the actual clip of a neighbor seeing how there was a lot of connections to the Tommy Robinson and what's been going on here went before the Kirk assassination, along with his transgender partner. So here you go.
Yeah, they were. So, yeah, they drove off in his car, the Dodge Challenger.
The time you saw them or this week?
It was about the time I saw them. So
how long ago was that?
I would say about 2 weeks ago.
And so they looked like they were a couple?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was dressed all in black?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. And you thought he was weird?
Yeah, I definitely, yeah.
What was weird about him?
Just the way he walked and just the way I've seen him. I've never seen really anybody dressed all in black with a mask on, and I thought that was just quite weird.
For those who've never seen the roommate, describe that person for us.
He did have freckles on his face. For the haircut, it was a weird haircut. It was kind of a mushroom shaped one. Yeah, I would say he didn't come out much, but definitely a few other, just a little bit at a time.
There's some published reports out there that this individual, the roommate, may have been transitioning. Did that correlate with what you saw?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so he was going to have an operation to turn into a woman.
Yeah, and I think he's getting ready for that.
So, in what way do you think that?
I remember them talking about a doctor's appointment. It was about 2 weeks ago, I would say.
And they were kissing?
Yeah.
Do you know where did you see them kissing?
Just coming out. I was riding with my bike, so I didn't see the whole thing, but yeah. I saw them.
And when did you hear them talking about a doctor's appointment?
I would say about the same time that they came out. So that one time, yeah.
Where were you standing for that?
I was just riding by here.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So the left is really trying to put out a narrative here that he was not a leftist, he was a right-winger, but this neighbor has said otherwise. He has said that this is, they've been parking out there, there's been multiple vehicles outside, very strange, and there was a transgender boyfriend, so there is almost no possibility that the trans boyfriend or what have you has no way that he does not know what's going on here, right? I think he knew, and we're going to be showing later in the videos of coming up today that there is more than meets the eye. There's been Discord leaks, at least what we have seen here, that has shown that he may actually be involved. Now, this is alleged. I'm not saying that he has, but it's seeming pretty hard to say that he has not. It says, after officials ID Robinson as a suspect, police blocked off his parents' house, then their block, then their street, as neighbors complaining about the dozen of reporters and camera crews who had descended onto the neighborhood in the wake of the shooting. So, yeah, that's what's been going on here. So, we have more. So, we have where Charlie Kirks' killer made sick jokes just hours after shooting activists dead as his twisted messages emerge. So, what we have here is the man who allegedly unalived conservative activist Charlie Kirk joked that his doppelganger pulled the trigger while discussing the tragedy in a private Discord chat at just hours after the shooting. Tyler Robinson, 22, mocked the manhunt for the gunman and taunted the FBI's investigation while joking about obtaining reward money before eventually surrendering to police. Robinson has since been arrested and identified as a prime suspect in Kirk's killing, or being unalived. He showed no sign of remorse in screenshots of the Discord chat shared by a former high school classmate. In fact, Robinson appeared to revel in the attention, exchanging mean-laced jabs with acquaintances while authorities scrambled to find this person responsible. Tyler unalived Charlie, one user wrote in a group the chat on Thursday afternoon. Jokingly tagged Robinson. Robinson fired back almost instantly. My doppelganger's trying to get me in trouble. The gallows humor was delivered just hours after the FBI had released surveillance. Still shows a young man in sunglasses and a cap while walking through a stairwell at Utah Valley University where Kirk has been speaking. It goes on here that says when the message is verified by the Times depict a young man fully aware of the investigation and mocking it. When another user joked about turning Robinson in for the $100,000 FBI award, he quipped, "Only if I get a cut." When someone warned him not to go to McDonald's, a reference to previous high school profile shooter Luigi Mangione, who was arrested there last December, Robinson responded with a grotesque punchline. Better also get rid of this manifesto and exact copy rifle I have laying around. The Discord chat consisting of about 20 users who had known each other from high school or online communities became a chilling window into the suspect's post-shooting mindset. While public tributes were flooding conservative media and President Trump was issuing national proclamations in his honor, the accused killer was behind a screen joking about everything from red state politics to fake deaths. I'm actually Charlie Kirk, wanted to get out of politics, so I faked my death. Now I can live out my dream life in Kansas. And what we have here is the acquaintance, right? This is Robinson. My doppelganger is trying to get me in trouble. This is the actual text that he has said. And there's more. As wall-to-wall coverage of the shooting continued, Robinson also appeared to be monitoring in real time. I heard the ammo had something about trans stuff on it, but they aren't releasing photos or exact quotes, and also the claim wasn't backed by the official FBI, just some dude in the briefing room. In fact, the cases found at the scene were later confirmed to be engraved with phrases including "Hey, fascist catch," etc., etc. It was odd to say, and it said race state. Nah, clearly the shooter was from California, mocking the idea of federal veteran Utah. One of the final jokes he made before his arrest referenced John Arbuckle, the clueless cartoon owner of Garfield, whose face adorned Robinson's Discord avatar. Despite the mounting evidence, some of the members of the Discord chat were still in disbelief when the arrest was announced. Our governor wants him to give him the death penalty, dude. That I truly cannot discriminate if this is for real. And again. So you have all this stuff here. So what we have here is, to recap, essentially, is that we have it to where the assassin's boyfriend was trans, and his Discord was released of making jokes and stuff like that, and him bragging about the assassination. That's what we have here, and there was multiple people coming in and out of the house. So this is concerning and quite obviously a issue. And we'll be following more stuff here later on within this video. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna have a lot more. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care, my friends.
The America that all our parents love, but good men try to keep making it great. Pray that God will take care of us. The system is failing us when good men die for the things that they say.